God, dude, are you okay?
He's not responding, Ben. I think he broke his funny bone. Let's get him out of here. All hell's breaking loose.
Let's get him to the bunker and see if we can help the little guy. Come on, dude. I'm just gonna drag him feet first, like they taught us in that first responder course.
Good call, Ben. That's why you're my bae.
Love you.
Like, basically, my entire healthcare plan is called Walk It Off. By the way, you know who I think came up with that plan, that Walk It Off? Lepers. Right? Let's think about it. Way back in the day, they didn't have medicine and shit. Somebody gets leprosy, like, Kevin, what are you gonna do about that fucking leg? Oh, walk it off. And they did. You really didn't have very many options. I mean, if you really think about it, medicine sucked for like up to like the 19th century, maybe even the 20th century. Because back then it was like, if you were sick, they would just either cut your limb off, or they would bleed you, or they would drill a hole in your head. That was medicine, all right? Like if you had a kid and you took him to the doctor in the 12th century, you'd be, doctor, my child, he's very weak and pale, what can we do? Well, have you tried bleeding him? It's like, yeah, that's why he's so weak and pale. I brought him for a tummy ache and you told us to fucking bleed him. Well, we're gonna have to drill a hole in his head. Is that gonna work? I don't know, we'll find out. It's speaking of health issues, there's been a rough week for me. Because my uncle passed away about a week ago, and it was rough because I was very close to him when he died, because I was choking him. I'm just kidding. I didn't really murder my uncle. He passed away though. He did pass away. Passed away after a long battle with restless leg syndrome. Yeah.
Check his pockets, Ben. See if he has any special needs.
His license says his name is Carlos Valencia. Oh, I think I recognize him. He's a comic. He's the dude who got booted from that club for offending everyone and then chased some lady down the street.
Oh, neat. Carlos, I know you can hear me. Just lie there, and we'll be back with some water for you and see about cleaning up some of these wounds, okay? Ben, what is that he's got with him? Is it wearing a hat that says, "Beef, it's what's for dinner"?
Oh, it's a podcast. I've always wanted one of those. Here's a radio, Carlos, to keep you company. We're gonna grab some supplies from downstairs. You just rest, my man, and try to relax.
A batch of tainted bougie water turns average citizens into flesh-eating yoga instructors. Film at 11.
All right, well, yeah. Welcome back to Hardballs on the MSDNC.
Steve Jobs apparently put his brain into a robot and calls himself the Antichrist. His phones override user brains and they become slaves to robot jobs. As of now, everyone who has purchased the Mark of the Beast phone basically stops all human interaction and only communicates through scattered text and emoji.
It appears that the pale horse has been impaled by a rented Chevy Impala. No one has seen the rider, but the horse is definitely injured badly. This could be a bit of a hiccup for the apocalypse, so there is still hope. Stay tuned for more developments on this story. Back to you, Gary.
Slaughter.
forgot to turn the radio down. There's a FEMA camp next door. If they find out we're here, we'll all be a part of Project Paperclip.
Carlos, this is Dr. Proctor. She's here to check up on you.
Before I examined him, did you happen to notice if he has insurance? Does he have his papers?
I checked his wallet, and it looks like he's on the walk it off plan.
Oh, this all the chaos, it shouldn't matter. I'll just go ahead and give him a few prods and a tickle.
So whose idea was it to bring this lifeless hack? We only have so much food and water. We don't need any more hungry, broken chubs to take care of. It's hell out there.
He's teeny tiny, and he's a comic. He's used to starving. He drove right into the pale horse. It was a sign, and he just seemed so pathetic and miserable. It was destiny.
You did the right thing, Bae.
Love you.
Guys, we have to take care of as many people as we can. I never believed it would happen, but I think it's the end of the world. The end of the world?
This is a very inconvenient time.
End of the world? I feel fine. Come on.
I never got to learn this. I needed to be quiet in here. And he needs air. Now, Carlos, roll over and spread your butt cheeks for me, buddy. I'm just fucking with you. Open up your mouth and say, ah. Oh, I've seen this before. He can't speak because his funny bone is broken. He has multiple contusions and abrasions on the severe case of athlete's foot, which is causing him extreme depression. Depending on his will to live, he could make it, but only if he can walk it off.
Hey everybody, listen to this. They're reporting what's actually happening on the radio. It's a fucking miracle.
Thanks, Tom. Well, I saw when the lamb opened up one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering, and to conquer. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say,
"The threat of the ultra-obscure rogue nation of West Korea has finally come to fruition. The famously unknown autocrat, who has anglicized his name to Bob Evans, has sent his entire fleet of homemade planes to drop their entire stock of homemade thermonuclear weapons on every major city within a gas tank's radius of the nation's capital, Bob Evans Town. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but with the playthings of crazy rich bastards in power."
Looks like the pale horse is riding, and, well, you know, all you want to do right now is just think, at least the greatest generation mostly didn't live to see this.
This is Dr. Fitzy here, your favorite doctor scientist, theologian, radio talk show host. And I bring you grim tidings. In my long, steadfast career, I have made many attempts at predicting when the high tide of God's wrath would wash over the fragile sands of the taken for granted existence of man and womankind. Unfortunately, I failed every time. And to be sure, I certainly did not see this coming.
Since millennials are no longer touching each other, we are worried about the future of the human race.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just been slowly happening the whole damn time.
I should have started off with this, but I guess might as well just tell you now. As you can probably tell by looking at me, I'm a big NASCAR fan. I think it's pretty obvious. I love it. I think it's the best sport in the world. A lot of people make fun of it. I think it's undeserved because there's why it's the best. Every other sport makes you root either for an individual or a team. But with NASCAR, you can root for anything from candy to a Home Depot, right? You know what I mean? You can't, really. If you really like Skittles, you can root for Skittles. You don't even have to know the name of the driver. You're just like, hey, there's a car for that. I like to have a few drinks and root for the Home Depot. That's more my jam, all right? I drink, I watch the race, and I'm like, go Home Depot! I love your shingles. That's a joke, guys. I would never root for the Home Depot, and I'll tell you why. It's because I don't think it's fair that you can't use Home Depot gift cards towards the purchase of Mexicans. Why are they on display? Why do you tease me, Home Depot? Listen, guys, it's okay. It's okay. I can tell that joke because I have a microphone. Yeah, I'm not Mexican.
Dude, so guys, I'm like glad you're like all here backstage, cause like this is a pretty big show, and you know, it's like but I got like a couple notes as the leader of Telepathic Panther, cause this, yeah, well, you know, I mean, like kinda, and like I mean, I did like write all the songs, but
Sorry?
well, let me just say that like when we go into the Pixie Zebra song I wrote.
Yeah, that you wrote.
Yeah, remember I like showed you the parts to it on bass.
You vaguely hummed something.
No, dude, like it's cool. Like play a little bit of it. No, you're doing it wrong! No! Oh my fuck! Oh my god, dude! Okay, like maybe we'll like try it a different way. I just want to make sure that we're like sounding tight tonight, you know, cause like I don't get a good sound. And Scotty, like when you do like the intro to Tulip Sunrise, like, would you mind playing it for me, making sure that it's exactly how I showed you?
How's this, boss?
God, no! Oh my God, do I need to like go down to 2 shifts a week as a host and just fucking spend more time showing you guys how we're supposed to be playing? God! Oh, it's gonna be terrible! Oh!
Do it again.
Stop it! It's terrible! No!
Fuck you, I'm gonna play it like this.
updating you on the fly flu epidemic. It's getting out of control and only a few lone survivors are immune, but we don't know why. As people try to flee furiously from fly flu frenzy, frequent falls, while feverishly funny, are fascinating.
A brief meteor shower last night that left devastation at Hartsfield Latoya Jackson Intergalactic Spaceport Nail Emporium is now thought to have released a noxious gas that has caused those at the site to morph into pigs and prancing ponies. Symptoms take only 24 hours to show, and experts believe this condition is very contagious and has already spread to all corners of the earth. Soon we shall all have curly tails or glorious manes. Folks, I'm afraid the end is near. Sweater Nest O'Halloran is here with more.
And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
So this is what I was thinking. It's a thing I was just thinking about recently. I haven't done this very many times, but I want to try it out tonight. I was thinking, what would it be like if you took the words that they use in Family Feud for sex and sex organs, and then used those words in a passage of 50 Shades of Grey? So that's what I did. All right. So I want to read you a little passage from 50 Shades of Grey. I didn't memorize this. There's no fucking way I'm spending that much time on a bit. But I'll read it to you. Again, 50 Shades of Grey passage is a real passage from 50 Shades of Grey, but I substituted all the words, the sexual words, with Family Feud words, okay? All right, here we go. Slowly, I unzip her dress and kiss and lick and suck my way across her skin to her other shoulder. She shivers beneath my touch. Oh, baby, you're going to have to learn to keep still. I whisper between kisses and unfasten her halter neck. The dress falls to her feet. No bra, Miss Steele, I like that. Reaching forward, I cup her bazongas and feel her nipples pebble against my palm. Lift your arms and put them around my head, I order, my lips brushing her neck. She does as she's told, and her perky puppies lift further into my palms. She groans, arching her back, pushing her perfect milk wagons even farther into my hands. Shall I make you come this way? Her body bows a little more. You like this, don't you, Miss Steele? Tell me. I insist, continuing my sensual assault on her heavenly hooters. Yes, she breathes. Yes, what? Yes, sir. Good girl. I still my hands, just holding her frost detectors, while my teeth tug at her earlobe. Besides, you have displeased me, so perhaps I won't let you come after all. I need her crowd pleasers, and my fingers return my attention to her nipples, twisting and tugging. She groans and grinds her corn shoot against my pork sword. Shifting my hands to her hips, I hold her steady. I want her on top. We've not done this yet, and she may lose balance, so I'll need the t-shirt for protection. You may need to touch me for what I have planned. I release one of her hands, but the other I place over my Don Corleone. Yeah, that's an old trick of the trade. Just don't say anything for a while and guilt the audience into clapping. Oh, I get it. All right, I got it good. Let me tell you this, I have an album for sale after the show. If you want to get one, it's cool. If you don't want to get one, that's cool too. Not to avoid me for the rest of the night like I have the plague or some shit. I say this at every show. I used to say this about my old album. I say this about my new one too. If you thought what I did tonight was a little too harsh, then you probably don't want to get the album. All right, because there's a lot worse shit on the album. Or you know what, just get it and give it to a friend of yours that you never want to talk to again.
Carlos, can you hear me? Is he breathing? Is he breathing, Doctor?
I don't know if he'll pull through. Stand up is a murderous path.
Do you guys smell that? I think he just shat.
Is that really a thing? Yeah. Everybody knows the last thing you do is doo-doo.
Yeah, I heard John Wayne filled his pants to his ankles when he died.
Can we open a window? I can't take the smell. Oof. Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know, boy, honestly,
It smells like he fucking ate a dead body in his shit.
Sasquatch is tainted here.
Be quiet, everyone. I have to focus. If we don't get this smell out of here, the TSA might catch a whiff, and we're as good as groped.
Open up! Open up! I know you're in there! We can smell the death! We found the pale horse and we know who's responsible!
Shh! Let's sneak out the back. I told you this Carlos Valencia guy you rescued would damn us.
But he was so cute and offensive.
What's happened to me today defies all biblical logic. As I ventured out today, it seemed that the entire animal kingdom was against me. On the way to the studio today, a family of deer bore firearms and took what felt like 20 to 30 shots at me that almost penetrated my Lexus, almost injuring my person. as I sit here in the studio where I broadcast my show, The Rest is Cake. I'm sure you've heard of it. I am imprisoned by a cornucopia of llamas, dogs, skunks, cats, blue jays, kangaroos somehow, and really just a multitude of murderous critters intent on bringing about my end. I never in my wildest dreams would have imagined what.